I'm on the tracks of Isambard, Kingdom Brunel in Bangor, overlooking the Menai Strait towards Anglesey. And in this wonderful looking video of an interesting location, we have the Thomas Telford suspension bridge that opened in 1826, linking Holyhead to London. Thomas Telford was one of the foremost engineers of his day, alongside Robert Stephenson, who invented the rocket locomotive on the Stockton to Darlington Railway in the same year, I think 1826. So this was a fantastic era in the Industrial Revolution. Thomas Telford was brought in as the judge for the Clifton Bridge competition to span the Avon Gorge in Bristol, which resulted in a suspension bridge designed by Isambard Kingdom Brunel. I'm referring to my manuscript On the Tracks of Isambard Kingdom Brunel, which I'm writing and illustrating and carrying around the country as an almanac, a sort of reference to add pictures to and add details to the book by using information in the field. Brunel in 1829, in 19th of November, submits 4 bridge spans, one for each location, to be judged by Telford, who rejects all the 22 designs. Telford deems Brunel's single span to be too long. Therefore, in the winter, Brunel comes here at the Menai Strait of 1829 and spends 2 days studying Telford's masterpiece. And Telford realizes that, Brunel realizes that in Telford's bridge, the center of the bridge, where the spans almost reach the road, aren't low enough. And Brunel calculates that if he has the spans almost touching the road, the bridge will sway less in the wind, and therefore he can get away with a longer span, because Brunel had designed the longest span in the world. A second competition was held, and on the 17th of March 1831, Brunel gained second place. Telford, his design is rejected because there were 2 enormous towers coming up from the bottom of the River Avon, which was colossally expensive, huge wind resistance, and very ugly. The people of Bristol wouldn't want that design. So Brunel wins the second competition only after coming second, because he said to the judges, here is the merits of my design, and he convinced the judges that he was a winner. So it all started here, the Clifton suspension bridge, because this is the Telford Bridge. Now Brunel came back here in June 1849 because west along the Menai Strait here, you might just see in the background the famous Britannia Bridge, which Robert Stephenson built. Brunel lent a hand by coming here to support and advise and watch the floating on a pontoon of the iron girder, which was to be lifted between the piers. So Brunel witnessed the first part of the bridge being lifted above sea level. And Brunel said, if your bridge is a success, then all mine have been spectacular failures. Brunel and Stephenson weren't necessarily rivals, his biographers say. They were great friends. And Brunel said that he had in his friend Stephenson his equal or his superior. And both men met up in Cairo on Christmas Day 1858. Both were ill, failing in health, and they would never see each other again. Both men died within a month or 2 of each other in the following year. But both men have left their legacy. Here we've got Telford, Stephenson, and Brunel was here in Bangor studying this bridge as a stimulus to make sure that he won his design to build the Clifton suspension bridge in Bristol.